Hey, everybody. Hello. Jum Jumington here. Why is this doubled still? Shouldn't be playing. I don't know if you could hear that, but I was getting doubled. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Jum Jumington. That's me. Former CEO of Jumington Dynamics. You know the deal. With my not so fancily textured Santa hat. You know, it took me a while to, didn't take me any time to model this, but I couldn't quite get the jiggle down. It was too wiggle jiggly. I think it's just right. So, welcome to the Jum Jumington's Mystery Christmas Stream number 1. And I just got to update the stream details real quick to reveal the game. I had a lot of anxiety after I put this this thumbnail up because I had this thought enter my mind that somebody might innocently wander in here seeing this very jolly festive Christmas thumbnail and think, oh, I'm in for a good time. What are we going to play? Like Home Alone or some kind of Frosty scroller or something? No, absolutely not. So I spent all day like staring at like, should I update this to like, I don't know, put some skulls in it or something? Maybe they don't know what I'm all about and they're going to show up and be absolutely horrified by what they'll see. Just type this Viscera. Nope, not Satan. All right, thumbnail's been updated. So if anyone comes in now, hopefully that means that they know what they're getting into. So for tonight's game, we are going to play Viscera Cleanup Detail Santa's Rampage from about 10 years ago. Oh boy. I haven't played this game in 9 years. You know, it's funny. I was looking it up because I remember when this came out, there was like the promise of a fuller game based off of this. But everything I look up now indicates that this is an add-on for the game, but the dates just don't line up. So I'm not really sure what the deal is there, but because from my recollection and just looking at the dates, this came out in 2013, December 2013, and then the main game was released in early access in 2014. So you can go ahead and call this an expansion now, but originally this was like the preview for the actual game. Kind of irrelevant. So I haven't played this about 9 years. This is built off of Unreal Engine 3? Yeah, UE3. And you go back that far, some of these things don't play nice with like multi-monitors and stuff. So I had to, had to really mess with my monitor setup to be able to view this and play this without having it all weird on my end or off these boxes. It's always fun going back to like older software, and it's like you deal with some stuff that's like, this predates mice. It doesn't know what a mouse is. I have yet to encounter that, but I have encountered stuff that's like, no, we can't handle modern technology. Alone in the Dark was like that. It can't handle modern speed, so you have to emulate it. And then you have to make sure the keyboard is not too fast because they were nice and slow back then. So I don't need to mess with options. Let's just dive right in. There we go. Do we have... Oh, nope, this isn't playing off of the game. Let me see if I can fix that. Fix that wagon. Oh, boy. Oh, this is going to be one of those. Give me a second here to get the audio, if I can make the audio work properly. Otherwise, I'll have to, well, I'll just have to grab something else. Yeah, some older stuff doesn't like, there we go. Does not play nice with the Go XLR and like changing what it uses. It's set to use that. But I'm pretty sure it's not using that. I don't think there's any option for it here. We'll see. All right. There's always something. I'll leave that up there. There, we'll just see how that is. Let me know the audio doesn't work. Just make your own sound effects. Yeah. It should be fine. I have to Alt Tab out of it, even though it's windowed, to change any of this stuff. Boy, I'm so sorry here. Okay, that's different. That's different. Okay. Should be fine. I'm just making sure that like this isn't like monitor going through. A little loud. All right. Let me start into the game and then we will see. Let's see if I'll start work. Jumington, age 28. Boy, I wish. Sanitation professional. The tragic events that unfolded at this workshop must in no way deter you from performing your duties in a manner befitting the company's reputation. The work here entails cleaning up the horrific aftermath of Mr. Claus's unfortunate breakdown. This includes the obvious slaughter and any broken items and so forth. Please conduct yourself appropriately, as this assignment will reflect upon your permanent record. Fail to follow company guidelines and regulations, and you may find yourself without a job. Not such a bad thing if this is your job. Once your assignment is complete, the corporation will take ownership of the workshop and any remaining employees. Still loud? Alright. Down to there. I feel like it's not getting any quieter. Or is it just me? I feel like I'm losing my mind here. No, it's not. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Option B. Let's make this, do this. Oh boy. Yeah, this is something weird going on there. I was using an audio channel that I don't normally use for anything on the stream. So oh, I know why. I'm stupid. Like, why isn't it getting any quieter? Because it's just playing through my headphones and I'm not actually monitoring it. All right. Well, let me know how that is. We got a mess to clean up here. Drop it. This is music. This music is the issue. I can't take it. Gonna turn the music down. Music, 100%. No, thank you. Let's take that. Let's drop that down. I do like some music, but all right. Okay. Okay. Events on full this workshop. It's the same deal. Anything other notes on this? I don't think this was part of it before. This is stuff that's been added since I played it last time. Oh geez. Oh geez. Stuff's already going crazy. Oh, those shotgun shells are gonna trouble me. It's even worse is if you get this bucket. So I don't know if I need to explain much with this. We got a whole bunch of blood and my own bloody footprints. I'll get you. We got to clean up all of this blood and all of these bodies, and everything here is conspiring to refilth up the place. Get these out of the way. Now, normally in this game, you've got a incinerator you toss everything into. They don't have that in this. They just have a fireplace. Clean, clean, clean. Just put this over here for right now. Give me that. Let's put this in a way that I won't walk into it, because it's really awful if you walk into it and knock over the bucket of bloody water, and then you've got to go get a new bucket and fill that all in there. I think I put several hours into this game when it was new, and I don't think I ever got it complete. I think I managed to one time successfully clean everything. Oh, those things will cause you trouble. But But I didn't get all the achievements and get everything dealt with. And I'm sure they've added some new stuff since then. Oh my. Oh no. All right. Gotta watch that mop. Or is it just spreading blood back around? Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Oh my god. All right. Well, there we go. There's the first mishap. Just burn that bucket. Just burn all this stuff while we're here. It's fine. I mean, we don't really need to burn these stools, but this stuff's just in the way. Get in there. Oh God. The physics. Burn up. Come on. Oh man. Let's get a tub out here. Is there a beep? I hope that wasn't like a bomb going off beep. Tubs are another thing that, like, you'd think this would help you, but you're probably just going to splatter everything everywhere. But that's the reality of this game, is that it's all very messy. You're going to end up re-cleaning this stuff over and over again. Get all these juicy body parts here. Roast them up. Such a tragic loss. Oh God. Get in there. Oh no. Oh god. Oh boy. We're off to a great start. All right, let's just get rid of what we have. What we can right now. Oh, I can't see where I'm going. There we go. The one thing I remember is that sometimes that bucket cleaner will, bucket device will spit gore out, which is fun because you're trying to get things clean. And oh no. Oh no. And then it just spits goo out at you. Oh man. Oh, come on. How much blood can I have on my shoes? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You can come with me. Just get over there. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. All right, don't spill it over. All right. As long as I don't hit those ornaments, we'll be doing all right. These are probably going to make a mess. That place is still filthy. It's fine. What we got here? Oh, it just ate the thing. Blue swipe your card and pull the crank. Do not put gum on or around the device. And all perpetrators will be bumped up for reassessment. Let's guarantee your work here met the requirements. Paperwork to fill out for extra marks. Done here, and you just got my back. Oh, spicy. Oh boy. All right. IRA incident report for official record. Please fill out the particulars of the IRA form accurately. Serve as company records for both your conduct. No, I'm just gonna keep working. I think I have to feed those like flash drive devices into this. There we go. I don't know why exactly, but it's eating them, and so I will gladly feed it. Just gradually work our way out here. The radio is going in the fire soon. Keeps getting in my way. You know what's good for you. All right. I assume I don't have to clean that up. Oh, what is this? No, not that. Looking good. All right. There's a noise that sounded like something stuck inside something else. Wasn't happy about it. All right. All right. All right. Well, there's a broom. Can I use this broom? Oh. I've acquired a new object. This bucket's about had it. Don't wanna risk it. Let's just carefully burn our bucket of water. Careful now. All right. Did smear a lot of blood around that. It's fine. It's fine. Clean up my footprints. This is the most tedious part of it. Just keeping your feet clean. Phasmophobia, I could take some pictures of that stuff. We don't want this. All right. Let's just clear the area around. Is that dynamite? That is dynamite. I'm going to have to burn that, and that's not going to go well. I don't know if you're aware, but dynamite doesn't burn particularly well. Or maybe it burns too well. Feed the machine. Who is this? Stokey Piddlefinger. What a name. Eat it. There we go. Yes, I am aware there's blood over here. It's fine. Don't poke the bodies. Get on tap here. DIY dentistry? I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I think I can steal stuff with this. Let's get these cool action figures. Oh, yeah. You're going home with me. In the box. Everything else has to go. Ooh. Not that, though. Careful. Careful. Easy. Careful. Let's just start getting some of this out of the way here. Yep, there we go. Clean up everything. All of the evidence. Nope. Broken bottle. It's fine. Let's get you in there too. Yep. There we go. Just gets in the way. We'll wait until some of that burns. Another explosion of goo. Oh, I see another one. I'm gonna walk over there yet. Ah, just some nice, relaxing cleaning. On a beautiful Christmas season. I was staring at my mailbox all day today and waiting for... No. There we go. Waiting for my last package from Ukraine for my PC Engine. So I could start working on that. And of course it showed up at like 5:15. Like, well, I can't do anything with this now. I still plugged it in and played around with it. Yeah, the old boy needs some work. Oh, jeez. But I'm excited. I do hate when, like, I have a project going on that is not the game I'm currently playing, and I come on here and I'm like, hey, you know what's cool? Different other games. But I think you know, I can talk about other stuff coming up. Oh, we're cleaning up some goo here. In there. In there. There we go. There we go. I don't think this has to do with cleaning. I think this is just achievement stuff. Good enough for me, though. Can I take this dynamite home with me? I know if I put this dynamite in there, it's going to cause a problem. I know it. Yeah, so the PC engine's pretty cool. TurboGrafx 16 PC engine, whatever you want to call it. Some decent games on it. Excited to check that out, but I have to do some work on it. It needs some fresh capacitors. It's old, stuff wears out, and then I gotta modify the video output to get a better signal. It's one of the rare instances where with retro consoles, usually, you know, you always want to get, unless you're modifying it internally to do HDMI, which I'm not myself a giant fan of. You want the best analog signal, video signal you can get out of it, and that's usually RGB. I usually do it over a SCART cable, just because it neatly packs stuff in. You don't get a lot of interference. Oh, God almighty. And the PC engine is like a weird animal that there's something internal with it that the color palettes are messed up on RGB. So you're actually better off going with like the quote unquote lesser video signal, like S-Video. But some guy made a very cool board for it called the Turbo Nanza that will upgrade the output to S-Video. And it will also add stereo audio, which is something that the original didn't have on the original console. I think the CDs had stereo audio. And if you are using, like I am, a flash drive, the Turbo Overdrive Pro in this case, to play CD games without the CD player attached, you need some modification to it to get the audio out from it. So I got to bust it open and do some soldering. It's not too difficult work. Now I looked all over it. None of it looks like real difficult soldering. But the biggest risk with that is the card slot is attached to the board with a couple of ribbon cables, like old IDE looking ribbon cables. And because it's old, those connections can just break if you're not careful when you open it up, which is not good, because those things are not fun to try and strip and solder. Woo! I heard this game came out, like, I didn't really hear a lot about it, but then I wasn't watching a lot of people that would be playing these kind of games. I'm sure people played it back then, but it's pretty graphic. pretty graphic game. Surprised to not hear a bunch of crazy backlash off of it. Of course, this predates Power Wash Simulator, and really this isn't much different from Power Wash Simulator if you think about it. It's just that the power in this case is, the power to end lives. Not that I had anything to do with this. I'm just a janitor, man. I just came here to clean up. Got this pile here. I really got to deal with this. At least just keep moving it further in. I don't want to mess with it too much. Get in there. I just don't want to keep walking through this pile of blood here. Oop. More ID tags. I wonder what it's doing with them. Is it like making an accounting of who died. Because I would think that'd be pretty easy to do. You just put on, you know, everyone. Except I guess Santa himself is presumably still at large. All right, now my feet are filthy. Ugh. Spit in a circle. There we go. Nope. Okay. I'm going to spill this thing, that bucket, so many times. It's going to drive me insane. I get things so clean, and then I'm going to knock this thing over. Oh, those shell casings. They're going to roll under something. Brisket. There we go. That's about the limit. Hey, we're about due for a fresh bucket anyway. Oh, geez. I'm going to regret piling all that stuff up there now. Yep, look at the footprints. Whoa! So I think I mentioned in my post yesterday that the actual, like, the last stream, which will be close to Christmas Day, will probably be the day after Christmas. I guess I would just rather do that than before, but I gotta drive a bunch of people around on Christmas Day and deal with all of that fun family business, and I don't think I can get out of anything enough to stream something, so we'll have to go beyond a little bit. Nope. Not that way. Man, this guy's doesn't have much of an arm here. Get in there. Let's clean up our giant festering mess here. Oh, it's probably a mistake. A little bit closer here. There we go. Ah. It's real satisfying once you get an area like pretty well cleared out. I don't want to go too crazy in this place, but I at least want to be able to walk to this without getting my feet filthy every time. But I'm going to have to bring stuff in from all over the place, and it's all going to have to come through here, so at this point I just want to clean up what's here, but I'm going to have to, I will be touching this place a lot. But the more obstacles I get out of my way here, the better it will be once I start bringing stuff in over. I don't know about you or how interested you are in cleaning games. I find cleaning games to be really satisfying and enjoyable. Not so much in real life. In real life, I just get overwhelmed and crumple into a ball and wait for the sweet embrace of death to take me away. I've just always lived in situations where I have a lot more stuff than I have room. Like I just, you know, tons of bookshelves, and then my books exceed the amount of space I have on the shelves. Which, you know, at that point, it's like, do I get rid of books? I don't know what to do with them. And I got a lot of other knickknacks and things and stuff that has sentimental value and I don't want to get rid of, and I do clear some of it, but it just seems inevitable, like sooner or later I'll cross that threshold. And then I got all kinds of little statues and things hanging around, and then you go to dust or what have you, and it's like you gotta carefully move all this stuff off of shelves, and it's just so much. I just can't cope with it, and my brain's just like, nah, do something else. It's a terrible affliction. And anytime I go to work on something, if I get like slightly overwhelmed, my brain is just like, you know what's better than this? Anything. You know, you really want to vacuum today, but what if you didn't? What if instead you just looked at YouTube for 6 hours? It's not bad music. Oh, come on. good here. Let's get these. Oh, that's going to be... Oh, boy, look at all those bottles. Yeah, a lot going on in there. You almost got me, Bucket. You almost got me. It is your time now. I might have to... Oh, God. No, it's not too bad. Eventually, I'm going to have to clean inside of that, I think. Yes, I do. How does this even work? Come on. Burn up. Got other stuff I got to throw in here. Great. No whammies yet. Come with me. So long, friend. What am I going to use this for? I remember the broom before. Is that for sweeping up the shotgun shells? Oh, no. There we go. Sometimes it's tricky with the blood. It's just the way it renders it. You'll see it in a spot. You'll hit the spot where the blood is, and that's not where it wants you to clean. Because the blood is actually somewhere else. It's just rendering weird. All right, looking good around there. Let's start getting rid of some of this stuff. Sorry, kids. Christmas is canceled. No, come on. Get in the fire. You can't tell me this won't burn. There we go. Everything burns. Oop. Mine now. I will collect them all. There we go. All right. Who else we got? I think I already got you. Take doubles, though. I can trade them with my coworkers. Get in there. All right. Pick it up. Goodbye. Oh. I'm sure that's not a real firearm. It's probably fine. Just get it all in there. Ooh. I think I already got this guy. He looks similar. Could be the same. Could be different. Just get them all in there. Oh. Okay. No doubles. Oh, there's blood on the side there. Can't let that stand. Yes. Music's not half bad. Not half bad. Oh, boy. I don't think you really need to do this, but my policy is like, you know, just go full nuclear here. But if I can pick it up, it's going in the furnace or fireplace, as the case may be. These things, because they'll break and leave little shards. Ooh. Why on earth would you grab that one? Careful. What is going on here? I'm looking right at something and the hand's like, no, over here. There we go. What the hell was that? Oh, geez. saw that. Well, it's fine. Now again, do I need to do this? No. But eventually those things are going to fall over and cause me aggravation, so maybe I do. Looking good, looking good. Oh my. I don't know how to get that guy down. And that's going to break all of those. I got to get those ornaments first. Oh God. You know, maybe I shouldn't be burning all these stools. Maybe this was a mistake. No, I can always just, you know, get some tubs or something and get up on this. Whoa. I have probably caused myself trouble here. Oh my. Oh, that's going to make such a mess. All right, let's go. I get the... Yep. There we go. Just got to deal with it. My. Sand is pretty damn tall, right? I mean, that's pretty up there. How did he get up there? Get it! Get it! A little bit more. All right, I think we're okay. I think we're all right. You were coming with me. Go under my feet, will you? All right, so I won't burn all of the stools. Just many of them. Oh. Concealed. You can't hide from me, dead bodies. I will find you. Tanky 2 feet. What a name. Almost cleared out here. Go. These pictures are very interesting. I think these are from other games. Some of these things, it has to be. The weird particular images for Santa to have. Oh, looking good, looking good. We got here. All right. Get that out of here. All right. It's going pretty smoothly so far. Can I get these now? I gotta wait for that one to burn. Oh, geez. So my experience, what happens with these is if you, like, that guy's gonna fall and knock these things over and they're gonna explode everywhere. And they'll explode, leave a bunch of paint that you have to clean up. And it just makes a big mess that is difficult to clean. So you wanna get this stuff beforehand. Gotta get them before they get you. Get it. And you. All right. Oh, Lord. Messing up my clean floors, man. I can't. Okay. Scrolling my mouse wheel like a dumbass over here. I could just be hitting the number keys. Oh, what is... There we go. There we go. Oh. Someone appears to be stuck in the floor up there. That isn't, oh boy. Oh, that doesn't bode well. I don't like the sound of that at all. You know, that thing's just gonna blow up everywhere. All right, let's put you over here. Get out of here. Do I have this guy already? I want to complete my collection here. Let's get rid of this. Nope. Yeah, because I got one him too. All right. The more I destroy of these, the more valuable mine become. The more rare they become. I could probably collect those guns too, but don't need them. No, no. I made a gamble there and I lost. So there's a crime scene tape on the door. Does that mean that the police have already been here and we're cleaning up the former crime scene? Or am I covering up crimes? That is my question. Shorty Tickler. Shorty Tickler. What a name. Let's get these on the table. Just get them neatly out of the way. Very good. Okay. Go. There we go. There we go. Get the gun. Eventually, one of these is going to be a real gun. And it's going to go off in there. I don't think that was it. I can't say that I know that 100%. No, I have played this, but it's been, you know, like a decade, so I don't remember. I do remember explosions. I don't want to touch that yet. That's going to be so messy. I have to get rid of that TNT. I don't know if I could just take that in my box with me. Ooh. You're a new one. Oh, no, it's not. I don't remember what I'm pilfering here. Just gonna keep grabbing the same dudes over and over again. There we go. Oh. Come quietly. There we go. All right. Where's the... Here we go. Happy Stickles. Sickles? Stickles? Is that a T? Happy Stickles? What's that noise? Looks like a flash drive. Is this gonna like tell me anything here or paperwork? Does this tablet tell me anything? Notes. Oh, those are my own notes. Oh, fair enough. Well, looking good. Just got a little bit of goo here. It's fine. There we go. Oh no. Look at that big old thing of dynamite there. Just make sure there's nothing else in there when we burn it. We'll burn that stuff last. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. In fact, I'm going to just pick all that stuff up and put it in one of these. Oh no. I don't want to get too close to the fire with it. I carefully stacked up. Go. That's fine. It's fine. I don't need to move that. It's fine. Can I save? I can't save. Yeah. Can you die in this game? Oh, you can. Oh my. Something else blew up. Something else blew up. Well, there's me. Who's going to clean me up now? Oh, I am. I heard something else explode. Oh no. Oh no. I'm reloading my save. If I can. Oh. Where did you go? Game couldn't make up its mind what it was asking me. I was confused by it. What the options were. That's kind of like that meme where like you go to the bathroom and it's like two things that have no connection to a gender. You're like, which one's which? Like exit? Well, exit would like. Now it's using the game. Okay. Okay, good. I just didn't want to clean that stuff up. Of course, now I have to go. I have to go change something. As soon as I closed the game, I should have thought about that. I closed the game and then it changed the audio output. All right, that's that, and okay. That may have affected the audio levels. Please let me know if it's offensively loud. Oh. Get my broom. Okay. Well, that's weird. If I save it, I'm just going to drop the broom. All right. Well, we have to be very careful with this TNT then. Like, extremely careful with this TNT. Because apparently there's something else going on around here. And that TNT went off and blew up way more than me. So were there 3-6 there? Oh, I was putting it in there. That's probably what blew up. And this one... Nope. Here we go, here we go. I'm trying to remember how many rooms are in this. How much further this goes. This will burn real nice. Solid brick. Burn right up. Wood. Whoa. A Tetris piece there. Oh no. Not today. Oh, I don't. Oh no. Oh, jeez. Come on. Not on the bucket machine. Oh, no. No, pick it up. You dingus. Oh, God. How the hell do I get body parts in the bucket-o-matic? That's my question. Was the bucket-o-matic here first, and then the murder happened? Woo! Oh, God. I'll never get a job as a custodian with my faultless cleaning logic here. Just keep slapping that filthy broom into it. It's fine. Don't ask me how these bricks burn, but they do. There's a whole lot of those things up there. If any explosion happens, they're all going to come falling down. I wonder if I can get them. I'll come back for that. For now, though. See if we can just get rid of these. Whoop. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I don't know if it's actually a bad thing. It's just every time I hear them break, it's like, is it spreading glass everywhere? Oh, I thought you could hide from me, huh? Very clever. Very crafty. Oh, it's like a shortcut to get up on this table if I have to. Oh, is that something on the wall back there? I think it is. Might be. Could just be lighting. Okay, that's just lighting. It looks like the same kind of paint splatter that those things make. All right, moving on. I gotta clean that wall off. Ah. Get it, get it. I'm not sure what the point of cleaning a shattered wall is. It seems kind of counterproductive, but what do I know? Close enough. Goodbye. Don't you do it. Damn this thing. And I don't know how many times it's going to do that either. That's gonna drive me wild. I rarely use this. Last time I played this, used it all the time, and now I feel like, even though it's taking longer to take like one piece at a time, trying to move that stuff through is just like guaranteed to be knocking stuff all over the place, in my opinion. Get the body. There we go. Torso. I'm gonna have a hell of a time like getting all the ashes out of there and like separating them out, delivering them off to the families as you do. I'm sure this is Winky Joe. How do I know? Don't ask. Look at now. Looks like we got some goo there. Whoa. Don't do it. There we go. Areas with like complex geometry are just a trap for the dirt, the filth and gore. Let's get you out of here. Not into the wall. Careful now. This game really is just like, you know, pressure wash simulator. I didn't realize that game was made by Square. Even after they came out with a Final Fantasy crossover, I was like, that's a weird thing for them to license. And then somebody pointed out that Square actually published the Power Wash Simulator. Like, oh, I guess that makes sense then. What an oddball game to come out of that company. Oh. Burn them up. All right, all right. Slowly making our way in. Oh, there's a basement. Of course. We'll just focus on this side over here. Oh, that's gonna cost me. We'll head back over to the other side. I don't like the looks of that. It's a lot going on over there. Freshen it up. Oh no. Don't look at me with those eyes, man. I didn't do this. I'm just picking up the pieces. You better not haunt me. That's all I'm saying. Oh no. I get blood on this? It did. All over my freshly cleaned wood shards. Oh, here we go. Silky Jingles. They call me Silky Jingles. Great. I don't know if that nets me something. Nappy Fun Pants. What? What kind of names are these? I should not walk that way. I'm just asking for it. I'm walking right next to the bucket. The bucket of filth. Can you imagine the smell of all of these dudes burning up? All the presents I threw in there, which are doubtless filled with plastic as well. It may be worth, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. it probably would be worth me bringing those tubs in. As long as I only put in the non-gory bits, it should be fine, because worst case scenario, just spill some crap out. What's the deal with the broom? Well, why would I want that? Why wouldn't I just want to pick him up? Oh, no. Get my feet all dirty. One more. There we go. All right, get this arm on. Oh, come on. Ridiculous. All my careful cleaning. Go. Woo. I wish blood was this easy to clean up in real life. As somebody who, you know, does a lot of stuff that involves, not on purpose, but you know, involves the potential for injuring myself, and I've had to clean my own blood off of my stuff a number of times, and especially clothes. Like, it really doesn't come off that easy. I had to replace 3 pairs of jeans just this year. Because I couldn't get my own blood out of them. Yeah, it's bad enough if you have committed some heinous crime and your stuff is covered in blood that will tie you to that heinous crime. That's bad. That's bad because you've committed some heinous crime. But it's, you know, personally, for the individual at question, worse, I think, if you have done absolutely nothing but maybe slipped with a screwdriver and impaled your hand while trying to fix a garage door opener, and just kind of absentmindedly swatted the blood off your palm onto your pant leg. And now you go out to do some grocery shopping, and everyone's staring at you because you got this bloody handprint on your leg. And even though you got a bandage on your hand, like, no one's going to look at that and think like, "Oh, this person's safe." I know what they're thinking. They know what they're thinking. Legs. What elf tastes like? These elves in particular, not like... Oh, jeez. Like, not talking like Lord of the Rings elves. Like these particular elves. It just seems an awful waste. It's throwing a lot of potentially good meat out here. Personally, I think they would probably taste like I don't know, veal. Maybe my take on it, but maybe I'm just equating their small stature with a tenderness of youth. Perhaps instead they are quite old and stringy, or as elves are, you know, some kind of supernatural, right? Mythological fantasy creatures. They may not even be equivalent to humans. May not even be made of meat. Maybe like plant matter, and this is just like the red goo that comes out of a pokeweed when you chop one down. Or I guess that's from the berries. Never knew what a pokeweed was until like 2 years ago when I started seeing them everywhere. I never remembered seeing them before. If you've ever seen pokeweed like grown wild, they're pretty noticeable. They can get pretty big. I had some in my my dad's backyard I had to deal with, and he's got somebody else mowing his lawn for him, so I'm usually focused on the inside of the house where he is. Oh, Just look over and YouTube's like, hey, we're having a problem. Why am I dropping frames? What's going on here? This is back. I'm still dropping frames here. What's the deal with this? Oh, this is not going smoothly. I just looked over and saw it complaining about dropping frames. Not receiving enough video. And I look down. I get some drop frames. You know, I dug through this after the last stream on Thursday when I was having problems, and I did a couple test streams and had no issues, and went all through, you know, the logs, looking for any trace of an issue going on with this computer or the software. Found nothing. Found no real issues reported. Couldn't narrow down what exactly was happening. And hey, sorry, yeah, it looks like it dropped out. Hopefully I wasn't going for too long before I noticed the thing was freaking out. So I don't know what's going on. Last time on Thursday, after I restarted the computer, it ran fine after that, and I did restart it today. I hate stuff like that because, like, I want to know where the issue is. Even if the solution is always going to be to restart the computer, I would like to know what the root issue is, because it may be something that can be fixed or replaced. If it just like came up out of nowhere and then disappeared now. Yeah. Computers. Let's get a tub. Did get rid of that bucket? Yes, I did. Okay. Will this even fit? Well, that part wouldn't even fit. This may be short-lived here. Nope. Get in there. You get in there. Well, sort of getting in there. Oh, jeez. Get in there. Oh, that's not going to go in there. It's because of this thing. So long. You know what it is? Like, this couldn't possibly be it. But I feel like every time, like, a new person wanders into the stream, that's when my computer is like, that's too many. I know that's not how it works. I know that more people watching the stream doesn't increase the strain on my computer. But it seems like every time I get like one extra person in the stream, it just dies. I don't know why. Well, this was a huge waste of time with that. None of this crap's gonna fit in it anyway. There we go. It could also be sporadic internet issues, but I don't know. My internet connection is not great, but it is at the very least usually stable. Oh, they did just tell me I needed to upgrade my modem, which should be here soon. I can't wait to see it and find out why. It could be because like that other one's just outdated and it's got problems, but you know, knowing my ISP, it's probably because they've packed something in it, like Wi-Fi, their own Wi-Fi access point. Have I ranted about this before? I don't know if anyone else has to deal with this. You got an ISP that offers pretty sub-tier service, but in most, if not all, of the country, you're pretty limited between a crappy one and a crappier one. ISPs, crappy ISP or a crappier ISP. And you got this equipment that you have to rent from them. You could go out and buy your own equipment if you know what you're doing. You could go out and buy it, and hopefully it'll work with their setup. That's not always a guarantee. It should be, but it isn't. Sometimes they just are not willing to make something work that you are not paying them for, and you just be stuck on support forever trying to get them to fix something on their end while they try and sell you something. So you've got this, you know, this modem. I'll say cable modem, right? You got a cable modem. You're renting that month to month from the cable company. It doesn't take long, you know, in terms of like years, right? Won't take you long to have paid for that thing completely, but you're still renting it. And on top of that, so you're paying for the internet access. You're paying to rent for them for this equipment. You're paying for the electricity to use this equipment. And then they want you to they want to use that equipment to broadcast an open Wi-Fi signal to anyone who is a subscriber of theirs, using equipment that you're paying for, on electricity that you're paying for, over an internet connection that you're paying for. I'm sure I've talked about this before. It just makes me so angry. And then there's no options. There's no option in my area for anything else except for another company that's even worse. So it is like a big pain point when something comes up that the answer is, well, you need a faster connection. Like, I'm never going to get it. Not here. Can't afford to move. No one's offering better service. But it, like I said, it's been pretty stable. So I don't know if that's it. You'll get this. You know, sometimes OBS freaks out. Sometimes there's some kind of weird driver crash, especially when you're, when you're running the game on the same computer that you are capturing and streaming the game on. Sometimes things just get crazy. But I mean, this game is old, so I wouldn't think it would be that taxing, but oh, I know. I'll just have to look at this before, but I do a fair amount of test streams. They're, private streams. I generally don't open them up for the most part, because they'd be pretty boring. And it's like the middle of the day. It's like the middle of the day, and I'm on here like staring at the option menu in RoboCop, not talking, or talking like very briefly if I need to test something on the microphone. But that's just not like, I'm not going to say that's my luck. That is my experience with things, that you do a bunch of testing and everything's fine, and you test and test and test, and you're not running into any problems. Everything's just working fine, working great. All right, and then you go live and everything goes to hell. At my last job, it was like the questions that would always come up with stuff like, well, didn't you test this? Like, yeah, we tested it. And it worked fine. Anytime you're dealing with computers, especially like Windows computers, especially if it's open to an active internet and it's at an all modern version of Windows that is constantly updating itself, whether you want it to or not, you will encounter stuff where like you're using it on Monday and everything's fine, and you go to use it Tuesday and something's horrendously broken. Some settings just do not want to run. And your options are somewhat limited in terms of finding out what the deal is. Yeah, it looks like whatever it was is stabilized. I hate it. I hate it so much. Because I'll go back and watch the archive of this, and there's just like a section where, like, I'm always afraid to watch it because I know I'll go back and be like, oh, I can't believe how long it took me to notice that the stream was screwed up. And it just ends up with like a chunk that just like jumps forward 2 minutes to me going, oh, can you hear me? All right. I just I don't have the finances to slap together like a second computer to separate the PC games from the game PC from the stream PC. And in some cases, like, I just wouldn't want to deal with that. I hope it doesn't come to that. I would just rather have like one more powerful computer that can run all the stuff and stream at the same time than have to separate stuff. Because think about the kind of headache like Phasmophobia you got to have, or any time if I want to play multiplayer and there's like in-game chat, I've got to have a microphone, going to the stream and then one going to the game, and you can use the same microphone, but then you have to like juggle your audio signals, and that may affect what kind of hardware you're using. You may find that your current hardware doesn't do it, and then it just ends up being the spiral of like, well, looks like I gotta spend more money. Although I've seen plenty of examples of multi-computer streaming with this stuff that, it doesn't seem, maybe it's not that bad, but I just don't have it. I don't have a second computer I can use. Nope. You almost got away from me there. Oh my. Oh my. That looks, oh my gosh. It's impaled on antlers. Oh, that's going to be a real mess. That's going to be a real mess. There's something hidden in here. There's got to be. Like, this can't be it. I'm almost positive there's going to be like a body or some gore or something back there. Let's get this stuff out of here. Oh, God. Oh, I did it to myself. Oh, move it. And I should have gotten rid of that bucket when I had the chance. Oh, no. Oh no. Oh my God. Jeremy, what's happening, my friend? I just got blown up. And I have to clean up my body. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's just stuff everywhere here. Oh, this is horrible. That is just awful. Kind of panicked there. I don't know what else I could have done. Why won't this wipe up? There we go. And of course I need to get another bucket, which is just likely going to be... Okay. Jeez. Great, now I got ornament goo everywhere. Terrible. What a... Oh, man. Well, there's just more stuff to burn. I can almost guarantee I'm not going to get the 100% on this now. There's going to be something missed. Because something... Anytime there's an explosion, it'll blast one of these things through the level's geometry, and then you'll never get it clean. It was just not happening. Is this... Oh, that's just from the mop. I thought this thing was leaking something. Alright. Is this empty now? It should be, since all that dynamite was ignited from across the room. Good. Alright. Could have been worse, I guess. I don't know how. Nothing like burning chunks of yourself, you know? You know, Jeremy, you joined several minutes after my stream started freaking out, so you got lucky today. I don't get to blame you twice for my stream failing. Of course, I don't know. Always question, will keep box dynamite around. That is true. That is true. But there's just a bunch of dynamite, you know, and I need to do something with it. Well, I guess I should have taken it further away, but sooner or later I would need to dispose of it. And that fire is the only place I know. I don't know what I really expected the outcome to be with that, to be honest. Because I knew eventually I would have to burn it, and all that stuff would get blown around anyway. You know, sometimes you just gotta burn your dynamite. Get on there. Oh, jeez. There we go. I got my broom back. Thank God for that. Haven't used the thing once. I don't know what the point of the broom is. It just pushes things around. Like, you can just pick it up. Oh, jeez. Bits myself all over the place here. I had gotten this place so squeaky clean. You know what kills me is that, like, I'm going to go through this again, because I guarantee that's not the last time that thing's going to spit out dynamite on me. The canon explanation, yes. So Santa went crazy. Now, I think in some parts in this, yeah, so there's, like, notes back here that are... Oh, there's more TNT. Oh, my God. Notes back here that explain more of why Santa went crazy. Take a look at them real quick. Heavy heart and dwindling pocket. We regret to inform you that you're being sued in the amount of $250,000. Yeah, there's whiskey bottles all over the place. Shotgun show. Of course, the dead elves everywhere. Get out of here. Oh, God. Oh, there's Molotov cocktails, too. Oh, man, this is going to be a nightmare. There's a letter from Krampus. I'm in jail again, need bail money. I was caught whipping children in the streets. It's this one town. They're always trouble. I know you told me not to go out at Christmas, but I must have all the fun. I'm so bored. I've been sending up with the money soon. I do like elves. So fragile. Remember, you owe me one for the Russian mafia incident. So yeah, Santa had some problems. He's got some troubles here. What's this? He's being sued for $250,000 for destruction of property, damages, emotional suffering, public disturbance, and obscenity. Apparently, reindeer had defecated across a house or houses as they passed by the area. For full claims and details, please read thoroughly pages 5 through 49 from the attorneys Dickberg and Sons. Oh boy. I'll have to come back for all of these explosives. Yes, it is the Weird Al song. Great regret. Find myself forced to write this correspondence once more. Investigation determined the atrocious conditions which you force upon our elven brethren must cease immediately. The low pay, the incredibly long work days, the lack of holidays, it's inhumane. If we at the Union not see radical changes in the next 3 weeks, we will be forced to pursue legal channels, and then, sir, shall see that the full fury of the elves is not so small. Good day. Well, they're all dead now, so I don't think that worked out for them. I fully support, labor activism, but in this case, it didn't quite pan out. It was my birthday Friday. Mommy got me only 23 presents and a soccer field cake. I hate her. I said you were better. I want 23 steak pies, 12 ice creams, 18 trays of reindeer chocolates, 3 big boxes of fudge, a pair 5 computer with conscription 3, brown ops, hilarious, and a Nitro Genie go-kart. 55 burgers, 55 shakes, 55 fries. You can see why Santa's losing his mind. Like, that's what he's got to deal with. I want a new Playbox 180 and a new Y-Phone 732S and the new Racer Man car driver game. So I want a new bike because the one I got last year is dirty, and I want a new windbreaker air rifle too. Good, so I want these. Billy spoiled. Maybe Christmas this year, I want the new Arachnid Boy comic, a new motorbike, a new archery set, a new 58-inch TV, a killer falcon like the one Uncle Gunter has, a new stereo to make the butler mad, and a big tin of chocolate caviars. Chocolate caviars? But the red ones, not the shit purple ones you gave me last year. I've been very good and only kicked people at school this year, and the butler and that man at the carnival, but that was only one time except for the clown at my birthday party. Timothy Crewley. Why didn't Santa just go after these people? Like, they go after all the elves. Obviously, he had labor issues with them, but like, it seems like the real cause was all these other people. Oh no. I didn't close your invoice receipt for the following items: 5 crates of trinitrolunium TNT, 2 boxes of select heavy-edged knives, and 8 boxes of 12-gauge shotgun shells. Pleasure doing business with you, sir. And don't forget about our shoot 'em and loot 'em sale. All items 25% more. Shooters and looters. Oh, there's something. Oh, that's going to cause me problems. That's going to cause me grief. What is... It's a piece of somebody here. I can get that letter. Yes, that would be... as much as I'd like to see that, I can also see why a developer wouldn't want to make a game where you're explicitly murdering children. Yay. Oh, this isn't much better. But they do have... There's like the main game, which came out after this, has several levels. Well, I shouldn't say several. There's a couple different levels, but it's more like sci-fi themed, where like you're in secret labs or in the sewers hunting some sci-fi monster, or at least seeking out, like cleaning up the Rampage. Oh yeah, I guess you're not. You're just cleaning up after it. There we go. Yuletide greetings. Claws represent a select group of people with great gift-giving ambitions. Oh no. The KKK. The Ku Klux Claws are looking for more people with your prominence. Join us and we can show you great things, lead you to greater profits, assist you in labor management, and grant you access to specialized equipment. Anointed, Spriggan clean. I don't know what to think about that at all. That's pretty bad. In my possession, video footage recorded infrared of you along with your gang entering one of my premises via the fireplace. Footage also shows littering and you personally removing my valuable property, mount glass confectionery items. Present, I'm preparing to forward this evidence to local authorities unless I receive compensation from your organization in the sum of no less than $100,000. $100,000 is not that much. Even in 2013 money, that's not that much. I've generously decided to give you until Monday to complete this transaction or face the consequences of your transgression. He would probably pay less than that in fines and legal fees to get out of any court case involving that. Yeah, I feel like he went after the wrong people here, but you know, he's not here now. Santa's not here now, so for all we know, he got on his sleigh and is out after all these people. We're just not, you know, contracted to clean that up. That's someone else's job. Yes, I also expected the shotgun shells to explode. So far, they've been pretty safe. I also thought several of the, you know, one of the toy guns that I threw in would eventually be a real gun full of real bullets and would just blast off. But so far the biggest danger has been the, what is that from? The biggest danger has been from the TNT, which is mostly from this thing. Although, I guess, initially it was from that, but the rest of it, oh boy, the rest of it was from the ones that I had boxed up earlier, so I can't put all the blame on the Bucket-O-Matic, which is most of it. Got here, Chuck Burlington eggnog, thick and slimy, real appetizing. You want some thick and slimy eggnog? It's nice and warm for you on this cold Christmas night. Whoop. Oh. Is that a good thing? I feel like that's just going to cause me trouble, but it might help me find stuff. There's the broom. I don't need two of you. And you go. All right, we just got a bunch of knives here. Penny Big Ears. Hello. Welcome. What, Jeremy? You don't want the you don't want the thick and slimy hot eggnog? oh, come on. Oh no. There we go. I had to swear off the box because I just end up either dumping it out or it knocks other stuff over. So it's a lot of single trips to throw one thing in. I think we can all agree that thick and slimy eggnog may be bad, but thin and runny is probably worse. I think that would be worse. I would have a lot more questions. Oh, jeez. I'm making a mess over here. I can't even say like I'm a big fan of eggnog. Like once or twice. And even then, I think the last time I had it, like, it had so much other stuff in it that it was like what people say about Dunkin' or Starbucks coffee. It's like, it's not even coffee at that point. Like, well, whatever. But yeah, for eggnog, I agree. If you put enough crap in it, like, can you really say you like the eggnog? Like, I like my eggnog slimy. I don't want my eggnog to be dry. No one wants a dry nog. You gotta have some moisture in there. Oh no. Oh no. No. This. Yes, here we go. Total of this month comes to toys and other play items, $953,000. Electronic devices, $5,430,870. $35,000 shipping and handling. Payment required no later than the 4th of the following month. Wing Chow Industries. Oh, there's your problem. There's your problem. I had some store brand light eggnog, tasted like spiced boiled milk. It was disgusting. Yeah, that was my experience. But the last time I had it, like, the guy made it himself, I think. It's at a party. I'm pretty sure the guy made it himself. And he's a pretty good cook. He knows what he's doing, but I'm not even sure how eggnog it was. It could have just been like white booze. For all I know, like spicy white booze. It certainly wasn't very slimy. I like my eggnog to have the consistency of a slightly warmed up marshmallow. Just going down. I like my eggnog to pour out of the glass the way cranberries pour out of the can on Thanksgiving. Just one solid, nice solid shape. I'm probably going to have to get rid of that stuff. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like how that was just kind of there. Oh, God. I'm just getting rid of it. That can be nothing but trouble. Is there... I feel like there's like a jumping puzzle there. Is there a secret to it? There must be. Can I open these? Okay. I suspect that I will have to get rid of this stuff at some point. I don't know how, though. Oops, sorry. If I put it in a bucket of water, will that prevent it? I'll come back to that. If I put it in a bucket full of water and then throw that in the fire. Although I think I might have tried that 10 years ago and it didn't work out then. So I don't really know. I don't know how much has changed or improved now. Let's just charge forward here. Now that I think I've got everything cleaned up for my own demise. Oh, don't spill it. Don't do it. Spokesperson for weight loss coach. Just explain in details terrible texture of foods. No one wanted anything. Oh, did that? No, it's fine. It's not a big mess. Break the Molotovs and mop up the alcohol. No, I don't think so. I think that's just going to end up with tiny broken shards everywhere. I think just about any food can be made to sound extremely unappetizing if you just replace, like, you know, foods you normally wouldn't talk about being cooked, right? You just put hot in there, right? And emphasize, like, the animal it came from is a big one too. Because even people who like meat, if you really emphasize it, like, You want a hot cow ass? You know, you want some nice and warm cow butt. Although pork butt, you can eat that. I think just nobody refers to it as cow butt. They might refer to it as beef butt. I have seen butt steak on the menu at several places, so maybe I'm wrong on this. I think the worst is if you take food that is normally supposed to be cold and make it hot. Although even that, the first thing that comes to mind is like a ham sandwich, like cold cuts. But like, you can get a hot ham sandwich. Bull balls, yeah. I'll enjoy some nice, delicious bull balls. It's the best part of man, the most dangerous game. Everyone wants a taste of that long pig. I don't. Oh, God, my God. I don't believe anyone who tells me that they would not eat a human being given the opportunity. Like, if it was someone who was, like, already deceased. What was this? Scratchy sack vest. It's got a scratchy sack. So someone that was already deceased, right? So they weren't like killed exclusively for eating. They already passed away. They had a clean bill of health, no prions. Would you take a nibble? And if you say no, I'm gonna call you a liar. Because you'd be curious. I think it's only natural. Everyone's curious. What would a person taste like? I know I would. Oh, jeez. Unbelievable. If it's fresh, you're gonna sashimi, some human sashimi. Oh, I got some hiding under the floorboards here. What, did you try to cover up the evidence of a crime, Santa, and then just like, forget it? There's like bodies everywhere, blood everywhere, and then somehow there's bodies stuffed under there. No, weirdo. No, well, to each their own, I suppose. What age range we talking about? 30s. You don't want it to be too young, because then it's tragic. You only want to have lived some of life, but you don't want the meat to be too stringy. Oh, jeez. What's so weird about burning buckets, man? That's how you clean. That's how cleaning is done. Just a whole lot of bucket burning. This is the North Pole with this magical fireplace that can incinerate anything. I like to think of, gonna eat somebody who's in their 30s. It's like a dry aged kind of meat. You're never going to know like the full details of a person's life. But someone in their 20s is probably more likely to be like out at the bar. They're going to come seasoned with too much. You don't want to deal with that. Early college age? I would be too concerned about, what else they had going on. Let's Stumpy Patchfoot. Oh, Stumpy No Foot. Oh, what's this? Try to slip one past me, huh? I'm not saying we all go out there and grab people and devour them. I'm just saying, if given the opportunity in a safe environment, a guilt-free environment, if it was vat grown, we'll put it that way. If you could vat grow human tissue, I mean, for all we know, right? The vat grown meats and fake meats and all that could just be people. Different grades like you have with beef. Well, absolutely. You gotta have it graded because you want to know that fat content. You know, you might want a leaner person. Personally, I think that's a mistake. You want those juices. It's where the flavor comes from. You don't want to repeat the mistakes of the pork industry. You know, people demanded leaner pork for years. Like, we want pork, but we want it to be leaner. So they bred leaner pork. And the problem was it was too dry and flavorless because all the juices and the flavor comes from the fat. So then their solution was to inject the pork with a saline solution. Well, that's saline saltwater. Well, that is saline, right? More or less. Well, whatever. Like a saltwater solution. That's when you start to see stuff at the store that was like ham and water product because they had injected salty water into it to add some juiciness back to it. And then people were angry because then it's like, what do you mean I'm paying for this by the pound? No, I'm just paying for salt water. A fat person? Are you saying that the fat person is the ideal eating? I think that would be like a luxury meal. 5% salt solution added. Yeah. All because people wanted leaner pork, which personally I think was probably more a product of competing meat industries spreading disinformation about the meat. Crinkly coin purse. I'm getting stuff tracked on my shoes here. You can't trust that, you know. Beef Council comes out and they're like, chicken is bad for you. It's like, what about beef? Don't worry about beef. Beef is fine. Gotta consider your source on that. Yes, see, that's what I'm saying. You know, you get the nice tender, unworked muscle mass, and not lots of juices in it. And I don't think a modern person in our modern world who's lived a fairly normal modern life would taste very good because there's so much junk in our food, in the air and everywhere. And I also think that people are so stressed most of the time. And all that stress releases the, what do you call it? Like the cortisones, the stress chemicals into the blood. And that really taints the meat. You don't want that. You don't want to season it with fear. Like bologna, yes. The grass-fed humans. If only. I knew a couple grass-fed humans. I've never understood, just because I've never been a vegetarian or vegan or anything. And I knew people that were, this doesn't apply to everybody. I knew plenty of people who made food choices for a variety of reasons and we're totally fine. We're not obnoxious about it. There's that old joke about like, well, Pennywise of course says fear is delicious because Pennywise feeds on fear exclusively. So he has no taste for anything else. I don't feed on fear exclusive. I hope you don't. I hope none of us are so afflicted because, you know, there's better things on the menu than fear. Nice, nice pie, nice meat pie. I knew plenty of people that were vegetarians or vegans that were, despite like the cliches, they weren't real obnoxious about it. And they were fine. They had good reasons for it, and they were doing their thing. No beef with that. Probably shouldn't say no beef with that. No problems with that. But I've also known people that claim to be vegetarians because they didn't like the idea of eating meat. They didn't like the idea of eating animals, but they were always pushing vegetarian, like, you got to try this vegetarian bacon, this vegetarian, like, meat substitute pepperoni. Ranch buffet fed. Yes. Can you imagine, like, we'll just take the person out of the equation. Have you ever had like a chicken cordon bleu or anything that's like, here's some meat stuffed with some sauce in the middle? And have you ever eaten like a burger, right? But the inside of the burger had like just like a pocket of hot ranch dressing. So you're just eating this burger and you just take a bite and like a squirt of hot ranch comes out. I don't know if I've had ranch on. I've had, was it Thousand Island? There was a place that sold salad burgers, like lettuce and Thousand Island. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Didn't want to wear a costume, just want to look like I am. How did this conversation get? I led us on to this because I was originally questioning what else would taste like, and I don't know how the train rolled around to this particular track, but I'm sure it was me. I'm sure it was me running the track and just derailing it. We're flying off a cliff now into unsavory territory. I'll have to watch the playback to understand where we got out of this. Well, we could move on from this, possibly. We could go back to talking about hot slimy eggnog, I guess. Oh, I'll read this. I'm just staring at this for a while. I don't want any more stupid books again. You must give me the new Ultra Mega Water Blaster Assault Cannon. I want the big XX5 one. So it'll be bigger than Kenny's one. I'm going to fill it with acid from my daddy's shop and spray down old Mr. Crunch's car. That teach her for calling the cops again. Now hurry up. Yeah, see, like, I mean, I don't think Santa needs to go after these kids because they're all going to end up in jail anyway. Or they're just going to end up murdering each other. For all we know, these kids are all on, like, the same island, the same, prison island. This is, like, their letter. We don't even know if these are children. These could all be adults. I mean, I know I ask Santa for a Playbox 360 every year. He never delivers. He's on to me. He's on to my games. Oh, I get some more. This is just me more of this. Parents say it was good, so I could write to you and ask for stuff. I want the new Cerebral 2 J Racer car with all the extras. I want lots of chocolate and the YPad 8. I mean, that doesn't seem too unreasonable. Ask for world peace every year and look what happens. I mean, yeah. Well, it's, thanks to your wishes, the climate change is accelerating, and soon there will be a resounding peace. The only one way it's actually every living thing ceases to be is you are getting it. You are getting that wish. So thanks a lot, buddy. It's good this year. I want a pony and a bike with a new clarinet too. Is there I was gonna say, like, the other kid didn't seem too excessive. At least they were nice about it. Like, they may be asking for some ridiculous stuff, but they're not, like, demanding it. They're asking for it. I mean, any kid who they get nothing but coal's a valuable commodity. You can keep yourself quite warm with the coal. You can sell that coal. You can put the coal in a sock, and that becomes a valuable weapon that you could use to acquire the things that you want. I'm not going to say how. I think we can all connect the dots on that one. Or you could use it for, like charcoal painting or something. Something like that. I get socks every year, but that's because I ask for socks. That's the only thing I want. Because I wear my socks out too quick. I always need new socks. I always need a constant supply of socks. To the point that if I get anything else, I'm just like, oh. And then there's the family, and they hand me like 5 boxes, and I'm like, I know all 5 of these aren't going to be socks. You guys screwed up. And they'll get some really nice, thoughtful thing. And it'll be like, this is great. Where's my socks? Well, yes, I do want the entire Knight Rider series on Blu-ray. How kind of you. Where's my socks? My feet are cold. I have circulation problems. Please help me. Well, I don't know. I think coal in a sock would probably even mark. A sack of oranges, that'll do the trick. See, the thing what you got to worry about with the coal in the sock is that the sock fibers will get stuck, and that will get used against you. So you have to make sure that the socks also come from somebody else. So if you spend around a lot of time hanging around laundromats that don't have security cameras, which is pretty rare, and just sneak off with a sock or two. Bonus points if it's somebody who you consider an enemy, right? Because then you... Oh my God! I did to myself. That is the sign for me to stop talking about things before my attorney calls me to tell me I'm going to super jail for inciting criminal acts about Christmas presents. Oh, boy. I'll get this one of these days. Come on. Let's go. Right there. Okay, we're good. It's never too soon to start asking for socks. It's a sensible gift. The nice thing about that is if you really don't want socks, most of the people you ask for socks will get really indignant, and they will make it a point to get you anything but socks. The more extravagant, the better, just to stick it to you, because they're so upset that you ask for something boring like socks. So that's a good life hack to trick people into getting you something much more expensive. Coal dust filtering through the sock fabric. Yes. See, but there again, they're gonna know it's coal. Right. But where did the coal come from? They're going to be looking for, say, coal miners. And if you're not by a coal mine, they're going to get real confused. Then I got to know who to look for. You're going to leave them bamboozled. Oh, my. I see it hanging so low. Oh, got some goo on the ceiling there. It actually worked out. Oh, don't hit this bucket. Careful now. Careful now. Thread the needle. There we go. I'm not saying that you should use your Christmas gifts to commit crimes and illegal acts. I'm just saying sometimes you get something. Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to get that? Look at that up there. How on earth am I going to get that there? Even if I stacked up all the stools that I burned, I don't think I could climb to that height. How on earth? Oh, that's never going to make it. Oh, man. Oh, beans. climb the Christmas tree over there? I mean, it gets me up to that. Ah, man, it's over. It's all over. Is that got one on it? No, it's just like a weird lighting effect. Yeah, so what happened is, let me get Scampy Longnose. Scampy. Do the mushroom Scampy. There's these ornaments, and when they break, they leave. They're basically like paintballs, more or less. And so all of that is from ornaments that was on here that got blasted up into the ceiling and left residue everywhere. See if I can get up on this. See, these I might be able to get. The other ones probably cannot. Yeah, that's just too, it's a bridge too far. All right, let's stack these. Oh. Carefully. Carefully. Nope. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, got it. My question is, can I get close enough over there? Ooh, oh, ooh. There's some spots back here. Oh, it's my head. It's my head. I got so caught up in other stuff, I forgot to pick up the rest of my own dead body. Jeez. Yeah, I remember this much, at least, from this game, is that dynamite going off is like the absolute worst thing that can happen if you haven't already secured everything, which is not always easy to do, because once that dynamite goes off, it's going to splatter stuff around into places that are nigh impossible to reach, and then that's just the end. I mean, technically, you could just leave here at any time. You know, it won't stop you. It'll just yell at you when you get there. Hey, you didn't do this. There is, I think, an achievement for stacking up a, like, 13 stools, something like that. And there was a time when I tried to accomplish that, but I couldn't get very far. Oh. Go. All right, come on. Oh my gosh. All right, I think we're clear there. All right. Where did you come from? Oh my. Hold on the ceiling. Can't forget to clean out the fireplace when I'm done with all this other stuff. Oh, there's some yellow goo. Can I reach it? I can bring the stools over here, and I could probably get those. Oh, God. Get up. Got it. Hey! Hopefully one swipe was enough on that. What else we got? We are middle of the room there. That one I don't think I can get. I don't know. It's pretty far. There were a lot more stools and I burned them. Oh, there's more back there too. I can... Alright, let's try this first. Get out here. Almost. Alright. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get this. It'll cooperate because physics don't necessarily apply to the stool legs. Okay, okay. Oh. Ho ho. Oh! It's just that one. Oh, oh! Oh, we're so close. Oh, I fell off, that's why. Just need to get up, get up on there. I'm up. Can I stay up? I need to get higher. Can I get higher? Can I do it? Oh, I like the pre-stream music. It's all from a site BGMer, which is royalty-free music. I wish I could make my own music, but I'm not so inclined. And then it reaches a point, like a lot of the stuff that I have that, like I made this 3D model. I made this little Santa hat, and I have consoles that I show on stream. It's a 3D model that I make. I can't work on everything. So even though I'd like to work on music, I find that anytime I try to break away to work on something new, it's just taken away from something else that I already can work on and should be working on. We are so close. If I could get up on this beam here. Oh, let's get it. Come on. Let's stack them up. See how high we can get with this. Oops. I forgot about this. Probably because I got blown up. That'll do it. Disrupt everything. Oh yeah, I spilled a bunch of water. This game is a pretty accurate simulation of the completely non-functional train of thought that goes on in my brain, where at any given moment, any little thing could happen, and it's just like, where am I? What am I doing? I did the model. The animation is from Mixamo, which is an Adobe product. I don't know if they just bought that. I assume they just bought that from somebody else. But it's really cool. If you have a model, a rigged model, you can upload it on Mixamo, and then it will apply the animations onto your rigged model. It does a pretty good job, all things considered. Whoop. I was happy with it. There's some jankiness to it, but like you can mask that. All right. Here's the question. If I get up here. Oh no. Okay. Oh, nope. Nope. Uh-oh. Dang it. I was close. Flew too close to the sun, maybe. All right, we're going to get this again. Gonna do it. Yeah, someday I need to make a new opening animation, or you know, maybe Hit my head on a beam here. Oh, God. It's fine. We can rebuild. We can recover. But I'm hitting up my head on the beam there. Careful. Do a little bit closer here. All right, careful now. Careful, get it. Go. Okay. That was not the thing. But what if? What if? No! Dang it. All right, how many more stools do I have? I got more stools. Let's get crazy with it. Where is it? Right there. Okay. I know there's like a million other things to be cleaned here, but like if I can't get this, it's all over. Yeah, when I started streaming, I spent a lot of time on stuff that now seems kind of inconsequential. It's kind of a habit of mine. I'm habitually worried about things that are not the important thing that I should be worried about. And the consequence is that I'm always in a position that's like, all right, I did all of this stuff, and now I go to start it. It's like, oh, I need an animation. I need an animation here. I need like an overlay. I need some stuff. I don't have it. And then I have to be real careful when I go to work on things because I tend to overload myself. Oh. And I get overwhelmed, and then I just never get anything done because I'm so overwhelmed that I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. Oh, come on. No. Come on, get on it. Oh, it's not going to be high enough at all, is it? Why do I got to get on these beams? All right. I'll come back to this. Sounds like your actual life. Oh. Not enviable, to be sure. I don't have any kind of tips or advice or anything about that. I just, I try really hard to break things down to like, hey, I've got this scope here. I've got 100 things I've got to do, but let's just pick like this one thing and go on it. But there are a lot of times where it's like, I'll get it down to like 20 and like, oh man, I don't know which one I need to do first. But sometimes it's just like a, I guess probably depression thing, where like when I go to work in Blender, when I'm not working in Blender, right, for 3D modeling, and I'm like, oh, I really need to work on this model. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I really want to do that. I'm not really sure. I don't really know how to make this certain shape. I don't know. And once I actually start working on it, it's like I'll work on it for 6 or 7 hours straight and be like, oh, this is amazing. I love this. Oh, this is great. It doesn't even matter if like, oh, I'm learning so much off of this. Like I messed this thing up, but now I know a better way to do it. But it's just like getting that start, tricking my brain into letting me start the thing. It's like such a challenge. And it's not like it's being replaced by something more productive. It's like, what if you just caught up on some of the anime you're watching or some shows on one of your various streaming services that you pay for? I'm like, yeah, that's great. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to spend 6 hours combing through them, decide on nothing, waste your whole day. God damn it, brain. You come here for life advice? Oh, buddy. If you come to me for life advice, you have more trouble than I could possibly help with. Not knowing what I'm doing already keeps me from doing stuff like that. That is a hard thing to overcome. If you are interested in the 3D modeling at all, there are so many great tutorials out there, and you have to go into it knowing that, like, even those people doing those tutorials are still learning stuff. There's still stuff to be learned. There's still new stuff, and like Blender updates frequently. There's new tools coming out. There's new plugins. So you're never gonna like master it, right? You get really, really good if you keep at it, but most of the time you'll learn something when you're working on a model. Like, okay, now I need to inset this specific section here, but the geometry is really complicated. How do I do this? Like, okay, here's a couple ways you could do it, and this way will work, but your what do you call it? Now I'm like even blanking out like the basic words of this stuff. But your like the geometry, your topology is going to be awful, right? You can do it this way. You can do it with these pre-built filters, but your topology is going to be terrible. But to do it properly requires you to know a lot more about the topology. And sometimes it's like, I just need this thing for like one render. I need one render of this thing. Like, okay, then just do it this way and it's done. And then the next time, you can come back to it. You can come back to it later and try and do it quote unquote properly. But there's so many, like, anytime I go to work on something, if I'm not sure, if I'm kind of stuck on it, I'm just go look up a tutorial, and the tutorial will walk me through stuff. And I don't remember everything from every tutorial, but I'll always remember something. And the next time I work on it, like, it's a little bit more. Yeah. Finding out, like, just trying to get the verbiage down for what you even search for, how you even communicate what you're trying to do is tough. But that's also why you watch a lot of the tutorial videos, because they will put a lot of terminology out there, and eventually you'll pick up on it. It's just a gradual process, and that is what I find to be the hardest for a lot of people to accept. Oh, we got it. Oh, yeah. I'm still not going to, there's still going to be something hidden somewhere, but at least that will not be bothering me. Yeah, you just gotta go through, the process. You gotta make like 100 crappy versions before you can make one good version. And sometimes it's more than 100. And sometimes the version you think is good, you're happy with, you come back later and like, why did I ever think this is good? But that's, it's just growth. It's a natural growth you have to go through. And I wouldn't even say like aim low, aim for something simple and do that, right? And if that works for you, that's fine. You can make the, the donut? I didn't do the donut. I didn't even know about the donut until I'd already done other stuff. And then people were like, show me your donut. I'm like, I've never made a donut. Apparently that's like a standard tutorial thing. I still haven't done it, which is probably why I'm lacking other areas. If I go through and do it, it'll be like, oh yeah, that's how you do this. I started off with something moderately difficult, which was, a rigged humanoid 3D model. And I mean, it's okay. Given that I had no prior experience, I'm happy with it. But compared to a lot of other stuff that's out there, like it's got issues. And that's like one of the big things I'm avoiding now is like eventually I'm gonna have to go back and clean things up on this and improve stuff on this, or at least come up with some kind of different look or outfit or something. And that's the things that stops me. I'm like, well, no, what if I did something else first? But that's just my like simpleton's advice. Like, I'll say, I was able to make this, 3D model that roughly not greatly does tracking. And I mean, I didn't know anything about any of it, and I'm not that bright of a person, I don't think. Maybe don't start with this. Maybe you're not even interested in making something like this, but like the steps getting to this like taught me a lot, and then there's a lot I learned afterwards that I can go back and apply to it. You just like, I would say just think of something you want to make and then go to YouTube and search like Blender that thing. Oh, I'm really impressed. Oh, I really appreciate that a lot. That means a lot to me. You can, I am easy to butter up and sweet talk, but I do appreciate your kind words, my friend. I every time I think about redoing parts of the model, I'm like, I watch it when I'm on stream and I look over to look at chat and I can see myself in the OBS and I'm like, yeah, I like this. This is pretty good. What really stings me is when I go to make a thumbnail and I have to like pose the model and it's like, oh, I really got to go back to the weight painting on this thing. My limbs are all jacked up. But yeah, that's my advice if you're interested in Blender, like specifically for that. I don't have much else, other things to tell you, but for Blender specifically, if you're interested in doing 3D modeling, just think of something that you would like to make. Doesn't matter how big or small or how complex, and then go search for a tutorial on that. And the tutorial may go through and jump on things you don't quite understand, may not explain everything, but it gives you a starting point. And then it gives you something that you can work on and have something concrete at the end of it to say, like, I made this, and now I can see where I hit these faults. I can see where I can improve, or I can see what else I need to learn. And that helps you build that vocabulary of when you're trying to ask, how do I do the thing? Like, it gives you more of the terms you would need to ask. Because that's a lot of the stuff that I do. It's like, well, how do I make... How do I deal with like this complex shape of like this controller port? And it's like, well, I couldn't, I find someone who's modeling like a controller and see how they deal with it. And I usually look at like 2 or 3 different ones and see how they deal with them. And at first I modeled the NES. I mean, like a really complicated shape with a lot of polys, and then did a Boolean, which basically, like, you've got a square peg, and then you tell the box to make a hole the size of that peg, and you shove that peg in, and it kind of cuts it. It's like a cookie cutter, which actually the cookie cutter might be another specific thing, but, Boolean is like a modifier that you can use to, like, cookie cutter holes in. It can be useful, but can also leave you with really jacked up geometry. But then that shape ends up being like really complicated and has a lot of polygons to it, way more than it needs. When I went to the next one, I was like, what if I just had a texture that was an image of a very simplified image of the controller port. And then I just use some texture modeling tricks to use that texture to simulate these holes. And you know what? For what I use it for, which is real tiny on the side on the stream, looks pretty good, I think. There's some things I would change on it. I don't know if anybody noticed, but when the first time I ran a Super Nintendo game and I brought that model out, there was some detail missing on it because I was working on it up until like the beginning of the stream, and then I went back afterwards and added in this additional detail to try and make it more true to life. And some of the stuff hasn't worked out. Like, I'm not super happy with my PlayStation. It's got some, my PlayStation model that I made, it's got some rough edges, quite literally. But for what I use it for, it does fine. I watched a video today of someone who was modeling the Sega Genesis, and it was not a tutorial, it was like a speed modeling thing, and I was watching it because I was curious how they dealt with the kind of curvature of the top of the case, right? Like how are they, what are different techniques people are using for this that I can learn from. And this guy went so far as to model the screws, like fully modeled the screws that held the case together. He modeled the internal circuit board of the Sega Genesis. He modeled all of the electrical components, every capacitor, every chip is fully modeled and textured. And I watched this, and it was like a speed texturing thing. So he's not telling you how to do it, he's just doing it at very high speed. And I just thought, my God, like, I would love if my console models were so complete and detailed that I could just like pull them apart virtually on stream and be like, here's the board and the modification I did to get RGB video out of it. I can't do that. I can't commit to that because you're never going to see it. I'm sure that doesn't have anything to do with what you're talking about, but I thought it was something that came up for me today. Yeah, the Genesis, like the NES is pretty easy. There's some tricky bits, but it's not that tricky because it's mostly like square edges. It's a box, right? The Super Nintendo adds a little bit more trickiness, but it's mostly just a box, but it does have a certain curved arch to it, where at least the American version. The European and Japanese version, the Famicom, has a completely different shape, but at least the American Super NES is like a lot more square shaped. You get later in consoles, or some of these consoles where like it's got like a domed top, partially domed. It's got an optical drive that opens up. You start getting all these other details to it, and like, oh man, I don't know how to pull that off. But you know what? I'll try it. And if it doesn't work, I'll scrap it and I'll try something else. At the least I can say that like I've gained enough knowledge to try some things, experiment with things. Oh man. But I avoided touching Blender for years of being interested in it, just assuming that it was too much. It was too much for me. It was too complicated. I wouldn't understand this at all. And I installed it at one point and opened it up and was just like, I don't even know what to do here. This is too much. And when I finally like resolved to sit down and do it, I was amazed at what I was able to accomplish. I was like, this really isn't too much. This really is doable for a doofus like me. And it was the same when I made the first animation. Like, I don't even know how to export an animation from this. But I went and looked and found out this is how it works. And I spit something out. And the first one was a failure. And the second one was a failure. And I'm still sorting stuff out with it. But like even the stuff that failed, like it worked enough for me to be like, well, I know I'm on the right track. Yeah, definitely. I highly recommend it. If you are at all interested in 3D modeling, to give Blender a try. It is really great free software. There's tons of tutorials out there. You will run into tutorials based on age and the complexity of what it's asking for. This is the one warning I'll give you. You'll run into things that rely on features that have been changed, that don't work the same, or are simply no longer present. And in particular, when it's dealing with like procedural textures, some of that stuff gets really changed around. So that can be disappointing when you get like 90% through a tutorial and then it's like, this stuff's not here anymore. But like, it's not always a big deal. A lot of times it's just like the option name is different. It's like a Windows update. They just flipped the thing that was on the left is on the right. What was on the right is now on the left. But yeah, it's really not that difficult. It's not undoable. It's not impossible. It's not super deep or mysterious just to make some stuff. Like any kind of art, you know? And the further you want to go with it, the more complex you can make it. But you can make stuff that looks really good really simply, without getting that deep into it, without knowing a lot about topology. Where not having good topology knowledge really starts to hurt is if you are trying to do complicated animated stuff, because you can get away with like having really terrible topology on something that doesn't move, that has no moving parts, is never getting transformed or bent or shifted or any way. You're just getting a render of it. No, that's fine. You know, it's kind of like, you know, if you got a Halloween costume and like it's all duct tape and safety pins in the back, but no one's ever going to see it, like that's fine. But if you go to animate something, particularly like a human limb, rendering 14 million too many triangles every frame. Yeah. Well, that, you know, it depends like on uses, and that's like further than you should really think about when you're starting out. But like when you're building stuff for a game engine, like, or for VR chat's a good example. Like there's limits on that stuff. There's limits on how complex you really want the model to be, or how complex it can be. And even doing something like this, like I could make this model more complicated, but like the more complicated I make this model, the more polygons I add onto this model, the worse it gets in terms of like the performance. Oh, more dynamite. One of the last things I made on this model was my shoes. You don't even see my shoes. You can see them in the running animation, but during the regular stream, like you ain't never going to see my shoes. Those shoes have more polygons in them than the rest of my body combined. Just because like I made it last, and I was like really zoomed in close on the shoes, and like I want these to be really smooth. So that when I went to export the model, it was like, you have way too many polygons. You got to cut this down. Like, why do I have so many polygons? And I went through all of it, and it was like, oh, my shoes have like tens of thousands of polys on them. Like, this is not good. And I really didn't need them to be that high, because once I reworked them, it was like, oh, these look just as good because they use the shading technique and blah, blah, blah. But I do have problems with like the body that I made with following a tutorial without really understanding what I was doing. And it got me to the end, but it presented me with an issue that I don't have everything where it needs to be, so that when I move my hands, the wrists don't deform properly. They look really messed up. And like you don't really see that much, but when I'm making thumbnails and I'm like, I want to pose my hand for something, it's like, oh no, this is a huge problem. Oh, this is a huge problem. And that's pretty simple to go back and fix. I had a lot more headaches too, because some of the things, like, in order to get it to this state that it's in now, where like I'm able to use it with this software VC face, relies on things that are not always super documented. There's like specific plugins for Unity, and then Unity itself, and then you'll run into weird bugs with that, and that'll cause headaches. But one of the biggest problems I had was just following like a baseline procedure, a baseline workflow, right? You make this model in Blender, and you export it, and then you bring it into Unity. Oh, hitting some snags here. All right. I think we're okay now. Gosh, that's driving me crazy. Yeah, it should return momentarily. It should be good now. Like, it shows it's good now. We just got some kind of spike of something. You know what the deal is with that? I don't have to really dig through this stuff after this week, or during this week, because it's been fine. I don't like how that thing's just kind of floating there. It's been fine up till this point, but the last stream, which was last week on Thursday, and this stream, I'm just causing me mysterious issues. It's my computer telling me I'm rambling. Long story short, like the workflow for this stuff, if you don't know how to streamline some things, can get real painful in it. Like, you make a model, you put it in Unity, then you make all your face shapes, or assign them all in Unity. So you got to make like all of the letter groups or all of the Apple AirKit blend shapes, which is what, when I say and that's a shape. Every movement of my mouth and eyes is like a different shape that I have to model in. And whoop. Oh, jeez. I knew that was going to happen. And I put it all in there and like render the stuff out, and it was like, oh, you know what? Like, now that it's all put together, like, I need to change something in the model. And depending on if you just follow the baseline tutorials of taking this model into Unity to make it into a VRM or a VSF avatar, basically at that point, when you've altered your model, you're starting all over in Unity. You have to go through and do all that work of assigning the facial shape keys all over again. And there's ways around that, but even that has caveats that can get you stuck. And then it ends up with the kind of stuff that is like, this was exactly my fear of like reaching the end and finding out something that I did at the beginning that I cannot undo has made this work more difficult for me. And the only solution is to go back to the beginning and completely start over to get around that issue or deal with the headache. Like, oh no. Oh, this thing probably helped. There we go. Yeah, I found recently someone had posted a video on how to get around that issue. And it was really clever. Where you basically have like a non-visible version of your model. And that's what you keep in Unity. And then you just lock all of your bones of your actual model to the non-visible one. so that if you ever need to change it, you just drop in the visible point of the model again on top of it, and you're not actually having to rebuild it. The only problem with that, and this is the thing that, oh, he killed the reindeer too. Yikes. What causes me grief with that is, like when you're modeling a human that's going to be animated, there's a fair amount of back and forth as to whether or not you should model it in the T pose or model it in a more neutral, normal pose. And the reason you want to model it in the T pose, and that is honestly what I'd recommend, given what I've experienced, if you plan on animating it, is that a lot of animation tools expect like that T pose is like the default pose. And if your model isn't already in it, sometimes it can be a headache to change that depending on what you're working on. So if you start out and model it from the ground up in that T pose, then you're all set when you bring it into other software. See, this I would eat. The reindeer, absolutely, 100%. I would eat that. Venison is, or well, can be, very, very tasty. I would 100% be eating this. This is like a nice, delicious chunk of meat here. I'd put it in my locker if I thought I could take it back with me, but I don't believe I can. But the reason you might not want to make your model start out in a T pose is that when you're actually using the model, when you're animating it, it's probably not going to be in the T pose, right? Its arms are going to be down. And if you model it in the T pose and then go to shift it, you may find you have to redo a bunch of your topology around your shoulders to make them look normal when they're folded down. Alaska reindeer is delicious. Do you have access to reindeer? I have never thought about reindeer as like, I was just thinking about deer. Because there's, I'm nowhere near reindeer. Is reindeer an actual thing that is like eaten up in Alaska? I don't know why I'm asking. I obviously it's true. You're telling me it's delicious. So unless you have just gone out and eaten them and it's not the norm, I'm assuming that this is like a normal thing and you're not just like savaging the wildlife. Reindeer sausage. Oh wow. Oh, how convenient. A nice little bucket here. Oh, it's not going to stay convenient though. Oh. All right. Stay in the bucket. It's going to focus on getting this in there without spilling a drop. All right. It's like the KFC meal bucket there. Reindeer are domesticated caribou. I didn't know that. I feel like I should know that, but I didn't know that. I don't know why I feel like I should, aside from, several things that I find out in life that's like, someone will tell me that, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. You didn't know that? Was I supposed to? Then you doubly feel like you goofed. Go, no. I don't know what I don't know. I wonder if I can access Stranger down here. I was surprised to learn that they make pepperoni out of feral hog meat, the wild hog meat, because the meat is too gamey most of the time. And so the only way they can make use of the meat is when it's heavily spiced in a pepperoni. Feral hogs are, quite a problem. They're quite an issue. And I feel like something that doesn't get drummed up enough. I mean, it seems kind of like a doom and gloom thing, but like that's real apocalypse right there. Those things things destroy a lot. Jumington Dynamics, we had a couple solutions we were working on, but a lot of stuff happened, and we had to pull out of that project. I had what I thought were some great ideas for dealing with that, and we invested quite a bit of money into building these things, but you have a couple accidents, some people go missing, and then all of a sudden everyone wants to pull the plug. It's just business. Yeah, I mean, I like pepperoni. Like it is an issue. Like, so it's interesting to think about this. And they went through this. They had a similar type of issue in Australia with the emu. That they actually went to war with the emu, and they had to stop because the bullets were too expensive. People do ask too many questions. Like they just couldn't kill enough emu with a few low enough amount of bullets to make it economically viable. And you think about stuff like that, like, yeah, these feral hogs are a real issue, but like it's not really getting dealt with because at the end you'll have a bunch of dead hogs that nobody wants to eat that aren't worth anything, and so the economics just aren't there. Like, recognize it's an issue, but I've seen suggestions of like poisoning them. And it's just like, yeah, mix some poison in with some corn that you throw out there. But it's like, you can't just poison wild animals like that, because then other animals will eat that, and it just spirals out, and you're introducing this poison into the environment. But people go out and like they'll hunt the hogs, but it doesn't matter how many they blast; they reproduce so quickly. Oh, you see him down there along the road? Wow. I mean, the more prominent they become, like, the more likely it is that there's going to be more incidents with people. Now, I don't know how at risk, how dangerous they are towards people, I've seen plenty of movies where this scenario played out, that, like, some crazy wild hogs go attack people. But, I mean, I've seen a film for just about any animal, no matter how harmless it seems, any scenario that explains like, oh yeah, well, in this particular scenario, like, this harmless animal became a ruthless killer. So I don't know how like imminently dangerous wild hogs are to people that come across them. But given the size that they can get, I would not want to run across one. Some meat over there. I think we may be approaching the end of this. I don't think this will tell us. Oh boy. Just caught sight of this. Ooh, I almost missed this guy. I was just saying, I don't think the game will tell us. Oh, jeez. Oh, well. Fine. Oh no. I realize it's still attached to me. I don't think the game will say until I leave if I've completed all of the cleaning or not. Of course, I got all these explosives to deal with. I don't really know how I'm going to deal with those, aside from possibly sending them somewhere where there's nothing to break, but that could still cause a chain reaction. And at the very least, if I'm not careful, I'll blow myself up, and then I'll have to clean that up. Got some bottles down here. I'm not hopeful, to be honest, about getting like a full completion on this. simply because I know from my previous experience with it that it's real easy for some little dot of something to fall beneath the cracks where you can't reach it. Although I thought those dots on the ceiling were for sure the end, and I was able to get those. I don't think there's anything more up there. I'll pull out the little detector and see. No, I did not. I did not know you were back. Are you just visiting? I assume you're just visiting. But I often assume incorrectly. Wow. No, I was not aware of that. Man, I'm barely aware of anything. If it's not going on, oh no, this is Molotovs. If it's not going on like in my head, pretty much. Like I probably haven't heard of it. Oh really? Well, how long have you been back down here? Is this a recent thing? Well, that answers that. Well, at least it didn't explode. In September. Oh. How are you enjoying the well, I guess like the cold's not much of an issue given where you were coming from, but how are you enjoying being back down in the region? That's what I call it. At least you know he's got decent stuff. Don't really miss Alaska at all. I've never been to Alaska, and I know we've spoken before about it and what kind of the area it is. I could say this about pretty much anywhere that I don't live. It sounds like a nice place to visit. I want to live there. But I'm just like, I'm beyond homebody. Like I just never want to leave or go anywhere or do anything that isn't like this, playing video games. And so anytime it's like, we moved to the city, there's so much to do, and I'm just like, I can't even fathom what you do. My thoughts don't go beyond like, well, what kind of couch do you have, and can you sit on it for many hours? Because that's all I do. Well, that's good. I'm glad you enjoy it. Can I just? There we go. It's better than setting the place on fire, I assume. As long as like these bits of broken glass aren't like phasing through something, I think I'm okay with that. It wouldn't matter if that does like ruin things. It's already ruined because there's already like pre-broken glass. Oh, there is what is there's a theater there. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. There's a theater that runs a lot of older movies. They usually it's usually like a whole thing. A lot of old horror movies or old sci-fi movies, or other stuff. What is the theater? I can't remember the name of it. Well, I always mean to go up there and check that stuff out, but then like I just never do. Because anytime I find something that's interesting, it's like, well, I already have plans. Like, I got to work. I got to do this other thing. Wow. All right, I'm going to have to deal with this TNT. I'm going to look this up real quick. It's not like Music Box Theater. Music Box Theater. Yes, absolutely. Either or, if you're ever back in the area, I would love to get together. Otherwise, my time is more free than it was before, so we can put some together. Yeah, Music Box. They run cool stuff there. All right. Well, I think we're all right aside from the TNT. Let's get this out of here without spilling it. We'll do one more pass. I think I got a wand that will tell me if there's spillage. Oh, I for sure have to clean this up. Oh. I mean that. Where are all those? Finish cleaning it. Well, yeah, this has all this stuff in it still. All right. Okay. Oh, no. That went somewhere. Oh! There's a shotgun. Will that fit in my box? Can I take this home with me? It won't. Oh, no. My box. All right. Well, this will end well. Just go ahead and burn that shotgun. It's fine. All right. Oh, man. Oh, there it is. I say part of that went somewhere inaccessible. There's always a risk. We were so close. We're almost done. And now I don't even know what can I do with this TNT. If I can just put it in my chest and leave with it. Oh, broken bottle there. This will surely end well. I don't exactly know what the purpose of this chest is. Well, I know vaguely that it's for bringing stuff back to the office, but I'm not entirely sure if I can just wedge all this TNT in there. I have to imagine it does, because otherwise you'd just be blowing the hell out of this place. And you could just leave it, but I don't think that's a good idea. Or maybe it is. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe I should just leave all that TNT sitting around and let the corpos deal with it. Should probably start getting rid of those too. Again, not sure if I need to. All right. Oh, I see a knife. Oh, you almost got one over on me. Nope. I don't know why I'm rotating my head as though moving my head in real life is going to improve my view, but it is what it is. All right. Get the rest of that TNT. Sitting pretty now. I'll probably burn that too. Here we go. Coming home with me, explosives. Bottle under the left leg of the desk. Oh, I'll go back and take a look. Whoa. Careful now. Careful. I have seen a lot of media in movies and TV shows that concerns like old sweaty dynamite and someone having to move it and it being a big issue. All right, let's take a look. Let's see. What's it? MacGyver? MacGyver? Is that what it says? That's funny because I was just thinking of MacGyver because MacGyver had an episode where he had to transport some leaky dynamite. And it was a whole thing. Always seemed like a bigger problem that probably is like quicksand. Yeah. You know, you'll just find some explosives, but they'll be leaky. I'm glad that wasn't a bigger problem because a lot of us would be gone. If leaky TNT was that big of an issue and kids were finding it and dealing with it, there'd be a lot of blowed up kids. Uh-oh. It's beeping. Uh-oh. What is it? Oh, yeah, it's the TNT. Well, that's, you know, I'm taking it with me, so I'm sure it's fine. Oh, there we go. Right you are. It's warning me about the TNT, but I'm just taking it with me. Oh, gotta get the Santa hat. Make another pass, make sure I catch all these Santa hats. Because that is an achievement that I have not received. Just get these since they're within reach. Now I'm just grasping at straws here. So I think we're good otherwise. I think we've mopped up all the blood. Reach this. Can I? Yes. Oh, again, I don't think I need to do all this, but I want to. Gotta be thorough. There's a couple up there that will be tough, but I could get them. I stack up on it. But do I want to? Is there a reward for it? I don't know that there is. I think I got all the TNT out of here. Let's take this. I don't know if it's even worth it. I've never grabbed all those things. I think I grabbed some of them. Yeah. Somebody's getting to the dynamite. Let's bring all the stools in here. Might as well. Might as well. Yeah. Down to the stools. We'll save it before I leave, because if it comes back and says, nuh-uh, I'm gonna let that save and give it another pass. Unless it doesn't give me any kind of clear instruction of what I missed. Then I can just take it up with the union. Because at this point, I'm just taking like everything that isn't nailed down. Come here. Belong to me. Yeah. All right. Yeah, if I missed anything, it's going to be pretty obscure, so. I'll save. It's all cleaned off. We're all saved up. Oh, you almost got away from me, stools. It's all scrub-a-dubbed out. Nothing hiding around here. All right. Just cuz. Oh, careful. Don't break it. All right. Let's get these stools in here. And then the last thing is to scrub out this area. Scrub out the fireplace itself. And then we can go clock out. Oh. Man, I wish I was Markiplier. In many ways. For many reasons. I'm sure Markiplier's played this game. I'm positive of it. Probably like 9 years ago. Pretty late to it. Actually, when I was playing this game, when I was still making videos on YouTube, and this was one of the games that I was like, I should make a YouTube video on this. But I never did. I also tried to get people to play it multiplayer with me, and I could never get it to work out. I swear these wooden stools take longer to burn than the entire shotgun did. An entire bucket full of water burns quicker than these things. Get in there. Get in there. Just pack them in. Get. All right. Packing in too tight, and the physics going to launch them out of here, but it's fine. It's fine. It'll work out. Okay. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Well, now it's hurling me around. It's rejecting the stools. You're gonna take these stools and oh God! Oh geez. Being haunted here. Get in there! No running away. It's gonna have to go too. There we go. One more down. fire. There we go. Oh, it's trying to escape. There is no escape. All right. That's what I like to see. Get this in there a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I'm sure it's totally safe to burn that. Unless it doesn't burn. It's definitely getting quieter. I would burn every... If I could set this place on... Well, no, because then I'd have to clean it up. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to need another bucket. Oh, please don't be something. Okay, thank God. Making this bucket help me clean stuff is a bit like asking it to dig its own grave. Okay, okay. We're looking good. All right. Yep, thanks for the assist. And in you go. That's why I like a nice clean chimney. Well, the nice thing about wet mopping the hot fireplace is that it dries really quickly. So you don't have to waste time with the wet floor sign. Because people will know they can walk through there safely without risk of slipping on wet stone. They'll still have to worry about the flames, but that's a separate issue. You know, realistically, not that any of this is realistic, but if that bucket burned first and the water had no kind of water physics, then you would just have like a bucket-shaped flow of water that would just spill out everywhere. I'm glad it doesn't work that way. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. I just need this to Nope. No, no. Now you naughty TNT. Let's all get along. Don't tell me it can't fit. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. Nope, nope. Put the TNT down. Grab the lid. Come on. We can make this work. We can make this work. There. It's a perfect fit. No. You monster. I was so close. I was this close. Oh, it's attacking me now. Okay. Get in there. Just wedge it in. There we go. Give it a good shake. It's just how you do it in the real world. You got a big box of explosives. You just give it a good shake, settle all in there. Come on. All right. All right. No, no, no. You know what? I don't need this. I don't need this. Better not leave any marks. Okay. There's all kinds of dead space in here. You don't tell me this ain't gonna fit. There's all kinds of dead air. All right. Surely. No, no, you naughty, naughty TNT. Into the box. Not you. Yes, you. You're snug in there, and it is fine. All right. All right. Okay. One last quick eyeballing. I think we're okay. We'll give it another save. Save it in a different spot just in case I need to reuse those stools that I burned in their entirety. Okay. Wish we could do more for the company. Give me some paperwork. No. I am proud of my performance and certain it will meet with approval. All right. Employment review. Promoted! You left Santa's workshop after carefully preserving every treasured Christmas item as well as cleaning the workshop. Although you're not sure if you'll ever get over the horror you witnessed, at least you treated the tragedy with a measure of dignity. With your holiday joy now forever lost, you wonder if it was enough. Sure, while the thought of maybe one day earning Employee of the Month and picturing the shiny presents being treated with respect eases your heart, the morbid look on massacred elven faces will haunt you for years to come. This is assessment C, right? When was that? All right. Well, what does that... What exactly does that mean? I guess I did it. Performance 99%. 99%. What was the 1%? He yearns for the flames. I can't. You want me to put that box in there with all that TNT? I'd never clean that up. I need my treasures in there, but where are my treasures? I presumed that they would come back with me here. Are they down here in this pit? They are! There's my box! There's my box. Now, is there any way that I can ignite it here? There we go. Oh, it didn't set it off. I'll keep trying. Can't take you. Get out of here. Can't take you. Is there an incinerator on premises? I'm satisfied with 99%. I can live with that. No. Don't exit the office. There's got to be a way. Here we go. No. I should do this downstairs. Oh! No! TT. All right. Let's get it all out there. Go. Go. I'll find a way. Unless the game's just programmed to not let me find a way. But it'd be nice if I could find a way. You know, now that I know where this ends up, I could have totally shoved bodies in here. I don't know why I'd want that. I'm just saying I could have. It was a question of whether I could. You know, just a memento of my experiences. Maybe just bring a head back, you know, as you do. It's got to be... Oh, get out of my way. It's got to be some way to make this happen. Oh, wait. I should read that. Colleagues crossed me for the last time. You don't know who I am, but I know you, and I'm sending you a special gift. Your excitement will turn to ash in your mouth as you open the last gift wrap box of your life. Almost time now. Are you excited to see my friend soon? Okay, well, Santa's coming for us. After due consideration, thorough investigation, the corporation's view that you should receive a promotion. Receive the following benefits. Upgrade from 24 by 32 of office space to 26 by 40. 5% income increase. That's quite a jump. 3-space jump on the company equipment waiting list. Keep up the good work. Janitors destroy Christmas. Children in the world are crying after a statement released by Arctic Postal Service stated that due to tragic events, Santa's workshop and the complete and unsanctioned destructive of festive items and presents by the restoration crew employed cleanup, Christmas is canceled. I did it! There's simply not enough time anymore thanks to the janitors. Sorry, kids. Excellent. Contagion kills thousands. Desperate attempts to curb the outbreak of elf flu gripping the world at the moment continues while authorities launch a manhunt for those responsible after scientists revealed the source of the outbreak. In each case was a blood-tainted gift sent from Santa's workshop in North Pole. The workshop was denied responsibility despite having packaged the goods and instead claimed the sanitation corporation is responsible. Well, wait a minute now. You can't tell me that I ruined Christmas. Right? 5% is a nice raise. You can't tell me that I ruined Christmas by burning all the presents and then also tell me that that I'm responsible for an elf flu outbreak. You know, it can't be both. Which is it? Did I ruin Christmas by burning all the presents or did I miss a present? Come on. Come on. It's got to be something. Maybe there is no way to burn things in here. I could certainly make a mess of this place. And there's no cleaning up this. All right. What is this? The workshop appeared to be in good state, more or less, despite searching the area thoroughly, unable to find anything offensive, at least with clean performance. Group performed the workshop performed acceptably. Tentatively recommend them assigned to other jobs. Do you ever find a disturbing lack of urination facilities? But that's beside the point. I'll be pleased if employees were this good. Give me key in the restoration crew. Blow up! All right. Well, that's Viscera cleanup. Santa's Rampage. Well, this didn't take me as long as I thought it would. Now I feel silly starting the stream earlier. But the other games are longer. Other games this week take longer, so that's why I set streams to start earlier, and hopefully that won't cause any issues with anybody. But since we've done this, I'm going to... Wait a minute. Which one is it? Clock off and head for the staff cabin. Flee into the snow. They both seem like they do the same thing. Let's go this way, because I want to reload that save and then shove that box in there and just see what we get. What is this? Clears and I saved that. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can burn this box. What the... Oh, the mop, the broom. The broom that when you respawn, it just appears outside of you. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? I don't think I did. I don't know what the 99% is. Maybe it's because of this. Not that it will matter because I'm about to destroy everything else. There's got to be a Santa hat hiding somewhere. I bet that's what it is. I didn't get all the Santa hats. But how could I miss a Santa hat? How could I have missed it? Unless the rest of the goo is trapped within the bucket-o-matic. I wonder if that's possible. If, like, you don't use it enough, it doesn't release all of its pent-up organs. I could try that. I think I tried that before, and it still went off with putting TNT in the water bucket. Ooh. All right. We'll try one of the sticks. Hmm? It's like it wants to blow up, but it can't. Oh, sounds like it burnt up. They may have actually done it. Now we wait. And looks like the bucket is clear. I mean, it's I was about to say that's not too bad. That's not too bad as far as the mess, but I saw myself splattered on the other side of the room. Well, at least we know that the water buckets could have gotten rid of stuff. The TNT safely. Although I kind of hesitant to follow that. This game has to still be for sale, right? Like this can't have like. I'm gonna exit this, and then we will go back to the screen. I know that the main game is no, it's still out there. You could get this game. You can get this game for $2.49 on Steam right now. So if you enjoy cleaning and don't mind the gore, or enjoy the gore and like the challenge of stacking up stools, check it out. Not a super long game. Yeah, December 13th, 2013. That's when this game was released. I enjoy it still. Yeah, it's fun. It's not like punishingly difficult. There's some goofiness to it, but not. You pretty much saw it. You saw what it is. It's a fun game if you like cleaning stuff. Check it out. I think that's $250 for that. And then they have Viscera Cleanup Detail, which is $12.99. Rook's Keep, that was their other game that I think a lot of the artwork came from. You can get the soundtrack. This they have a House of Horror. Oh, well, I know I'm playing this next Halloween, the Viscera Cleanup Detail House of Horror. In an old house on a gloomy Halloween night, a dark force was awoken and terrible deeds were done. Now it's your turn to remove the stains of evil and clean up this mess. They also have the Vulcan Affair, which is some kind of... Oh, yeah, it's like evil Bond villain layer cleanup. And those are like $3 a pop. Those are cheap games. Inexpensive. I'll put it that way. We'll call them cheap. All right. Well, I don't know what I'm looking for. That'll about wrap it up for tonight. That I expected that to take a little bit longer, but this game wasn't the reason I set the streams to start an hour earlier this week. I'm just trying that out because right now I'm playing like 3 games that are all somewhat longish, and especially like the RPG ones. Like I just want to try and squeeze more time in for that. So we'll see. I'll at least do it this week, and maybe do it next week too. Next week would be the real test, because next week I'll be playing Mario again. But this is it for the mystery Christmas game for this week. We'll have another one next week. I don't know which one it's going to be. I don't know why I'm thinking of that right now, because I'm not going to tell you anyway. You're just going to have to tune in and see. But what I played tonight should give you a rough idea of these sorts of games that I will be playing for Christmas. What I consider a delicious Christmas game, and it's not Home Alone. So yeah, that's it. That's it for this evening. I will return tomorrow for more Resident Evil, true director's cut. And then on Wednesday, we'll pick back up with RoboCop. Hopefully, I can throw more dumpsters at people. That's the best thing in that game. Best thing that game's got going for it, bar none. And then some Phasmophobia on Thursday. I might mix in some other stuff on Phasmo Thursday. I do have this scheduled, right? Yeah, I do. I might slap another one in there, but I should do it. So a good night. Good night to you as well. Thanks for coming and joining. Thanks for hanging out. My little blast from the past year. This is quite an old game, but I had a lot of fun playing it, and I'm glad that you were able to come and hang out with me and chit chat with me in the chat. Always a pleasure. Couldn't do this, wouldn't do this if y'all weren't here. So thanks again for hanging out with me. I hope to see you for the next one, or the one after that, or the one after that, or any of them. I hope to see anybody at all ever again when I escape my bunker. So until next time, this has been Jum Jumington. So long, everybody. See you later. Bye.